But our top story tonight, leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi has launched his most scathing attack yet on the government of Prime Minister Modi. Today in Parliament, Rahul Gandhi, while speaking in the budget speech, targeted the Modi government, especially on the Indo-US trade deal, claiming that this was a total surrender in the manner in which the deal he claimed was one-sided and heavily weighted in favor of Washington. Rahul Gandhi also drew in the Modi government into allegation that this deal had been done under pressure because of the Epstein files and because Gautam Adani is facing corruption allegations in the United States. Rahul Gandhi drew in Anil Ambani and Minister Hardeep Puri, both of whom figure in the Epstein files. The government has hit back, but for now, let's start with Rahul Gandhi's attacks on the Modi government in Parliament.
The interesting thing is that I know that the Prime Minister would not sell India under normal circumstances. He will not do it. You know why he sold India? Because they are choking him.
Mr. Rahul, address to the chair, please.
He has sold India because they are choking him. They've got a grip on his neck. Speaker साहब, मैंने बोला जब चोक लगाते हैं दूसरे व्यक्ति की आंख में देखते हो तो डर दिखता है सर, पीएम की आंख में डर दिखता है. दिख रहा है सर आंख में आंख नहीं मिला पाते हैं. स्पीकर सर दो चीजें हैं सर. एक सर एप्स्टीन केस. Sir, 3 million files are still locked up at the center of our budget. If you look carefully, at the center of our budget, like I said, jujitsu में grip दिखती है, राजनीति में grip choke नहीं दिखता. At the center of our defense budget is a choke applied by Mr. Adani. So I'd like to talk about Mr. Adani and the case in the United States against Mr. Ambani, because that is a central part of the budget. Speaker, sir, there is a businessman called Mr. Anil Ambani. I want to ask the question, why is he not in jail? The reason he's not in jail is because his name is in the Epstein files. That's why he's not in jail.
Rahul ji,
I'd also like to ask Mr. Hardeep Puri, who introduced him
Mr. Chair,
to Epstein.
Mr. Rahul, no.
I know who introduced him.
आप एक बात मेरी सुन लीजिए पहले कि चाहे आप अनिल अंबानी, मैं कह रहा हूँ, मैं अनिल अंबानी.
Sir, I know who introduced him.
जो जिस
and
तरीके
Mr. Hardeep Puri knows who introduced him.
चार्जेस लगा रहे हैं,
we both agree.
वो इस सदन का सदस्य नहीं है, चाहे वो अनिल अंबानी
Hardeep Puri है सर.
रानी हो.
Hardeep Puri is a member of Parliament here.
आप जो चार्जेस लगा रहे हैं उसको सफाई करने का अवसर नहीं मिलेगा.
He's a minister, sir.
उसका नाम नहीं लिया जाता.
We have buckled on tariffs. We have handed out our data, given up control over digital trade rules, no data localization, free data flow to USA, limit on digital tax, no source code disclosure, and 20-year tax holiday. ये जो हुआ है sir, ये पूरा surrender है. So this is a wholesale surrender, and it is a tragedy because it is a surrender not just of the Prime Minister. He has surrendered the future of 1.5 billion Indians. And he has surrendered the future because he wants to protect the BJP's financial architecture, on which there is a case in the United States. For the first time in Indian history, our farmers are facing a storm. You have opened the door to mechanized American farms, thousands and thousands of acres each farm. You have opened the door to crush our poor farmers. It is disgraceful. It is disgraceful. No Prime Minister has ever done this before. And let me tell you, no Prime Minister after you is ever going to do it. You yourself say the era of one superpower is over, intensifying geopolitical conflicts. You yourself say energy and finance weaponization, and you have allowed the Americans to weaponize our finance and our energy against us. How can you even make these statements? How can you even come to this house and talk this type of nonsense? Are you not ashamed of yourselves? Let's talk about energy. What we need for the data, what we need for our food, what we have fought for. Energy security, gone. Now the United States will decide who we buy oil from.
Yes.
The United States will come to us and say, you cannot buy oil from so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so. Russia, Iran, whoever they want. They will decide. Our Prime Minister will not decide. Please understand, and they will monitor. They will keep a watch, meaning they will look. And if India buys oil from anyone they do not want, they will punish us. And they will take our tariffs right back to 50%.
So very strong words being used by Rahul Gandhi, some of which the Speaker has asked to be expunged. But the opposition charges have also been met by counter charges by the government. Hardeep Puri, the Union Minister who was in the line of fire over the Epstein files, has responded. Kiren, Rijiju, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, has also threatened a breach of privilege motion against Rahul Gandhi. And Nirmala Sitharaman has called Rahul Gandhi's charges, particularly on data centers, bogus. Take a look at what the government had to say to Rahul Gandhi.
Who introduced Hardeep Puri, I presume, to Epstein? So I just want to tell you that these facts are all known. They're in the public domain. 3 million emails have been released. All right? In these 3 million emails, I am in New York for 8 years. Okay? We are talking about the period 2009, May, when I joined as India's ambassador to the UN in New York, and when I became a minister in 2017. 8 years hi ho gaya na? Okay. 9 to, yeah. Then there are references to possibly 3 or 4 meetings in 8 years. And if anybody has seen my website or had done the homework, but I decided to tell the Yuva Necha, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji, because he winked at me and asked me, name an interesting places. So I said, I'll send you a note. And in that note, I told him that after I retired as India's ambassador to the UN, a few months later, I was invited to join the International Peace Institute. My boss in the IPI, Mr. Terry Rod Larson, was the person who knew this particular infamous person, Mr. Epstein. And it is as part of a delegation of the IPI or the ICM that I met Mr. Epstein on a few occasions, 3 or maximum 4. In 8 years, there are 2 references or 1 email which I exchange, which is because they have introduced me, that is, my contacts have introduced me to a man called Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman was the founder of LinkedIn. I don't know how many of you are on LinkedIn. I suspect many of you are on LinkedIn. So I meet Mr. Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn, and after the meeting with Reid Hoffman, I send a message. Now, the Epstein files, the Yuva Neta should know, are about wrongdoing, criminal offenses. The Epstein files are about charges that he had an island where he used to take people to indulge their sexual fantasies, charges of pedophilia, and there are victims of this. Those victims have brought cases against the people in authority. My interaction has got nothing to do with that.
Sri Rahul Gandhi has made useless and false allegation against the government, against the Prime Minister, saying that Prime Minister has sold India in Indian interest. On what basis? Secondly, he took the name of the senior minister Hardeep Singh Puri. He has made a serious allegation against Hardeep Singh Puri without giving any notice. It is a serious breach of privilege. We are going to file necessary notice to the Honorable Speaker.
श्री राहुल गांधी जी बहुत सारे विषय बातें की अभी सुनना चाहिए वो थोड़े जीजुत्सु मार्शल आर्ट के लैंग्वेज बताए हाँ ग्रिप कंट्रोल ग्रिप बहुत बताए ग्रिप के ऊपर एआई और डेटा के ऊपर बहुत चिंता व्यक्त की कि भारत के डेटा विदेश में चली जा रहे हैं सही नहीं है क्योंकि हम इंसेंटिवाइज कर रहे हैं डेटा सेंटर्स को जिससे भारत देश में डेटा रहे और भारत के युवा को जॉब्स मिले उसके लिए हम कर रहे हैं डेटा सेंटर के लिए प्रावधान और उसको बिना समझे ये बोल रहे डेटा आप विदेश का कंपनी को दे रही हो हमारे यहाँ क्या होगा हमारे यहाँ इंसेंटिवाइज कर रहे हैं इसीलिए कि डेटा सेंटर भारत में रहे डेटा भारत में रहे और डेटा हमारे युवाओं को मैनेज करने के लिए हमारे हाथ में रहे
Okay, you've heard both sides. Time for the big questions and the big debate here on the news today. The big questions: as Rahul Gandhi put the Modi government in a spot, embarrassed it. Did the leader of the opposition really punch holes in the Indo-US trade deal? Did the government manage to effectively counter the Congress leader? Rahul versus the Modi government. Who won this round? Joining me now, Praniti Shinde, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson BJP. Sanjay Jha, he's been formerly with the Congress, analyzes politics. And Rajat Sethi, political analyst who's been close to the BJP. I appreciate all of you joining us on the show today. I want to turn to you first there, Sanju Verma, because Rahul Gandhi today has launched a fierce attack directly on the Modi government, linking it to the likes of Gautam Adani and the Epstein files and saying these are the reasons why the government agreed to what he calls is a one-sided deal with the United States. I'm giving you 2 minutes uninterrupted. Do stick to the time, but please go ahead and answer that question.
I first and foremost through your show want to congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his entire team. The India-US trade deal is a win-win. It's the best deal bringing together one of the world's largest and one of the world's oldest democracies. Point number 2, the overall tariff is 18% for India. The weighted average tariff is much lower at 14.6%. But here's the catch. The reciprocal tariff on a whole host of goods and services is 0. So it is advantage India. The other thing which people fail to understand is this, that the India-US trade deal opens for our MSME sector a market of $30 trillion. The other very interesting thing to note is, again, this. Under the Congress-stitched RCEP in 2011, we said we will stop subsidizing our farmers, we'll stop subsidizing milk producers, we'll stop subsidizing our dairy industry. Modi government said nothing doing, and thank God we exited the RCEP in 2019. Today we've said our farmers are protected, our vegetable, fruit, food, milk, dairy sectors are completely ring-fenced and insulated. And guess what, Rajdeep? The most important thing is this. India Mauritius, India Singapore, India New Zealand, India Oman, India UK, and the India European Union trade deals are one of a kind. Even when the Modi government signed the India-EU trade deal, which accounts for 1/3 of global trade, 24% of global population, and 25% of world GDP, Rahul Gandhi had nothing nice to say. Why? Because he's consumed by visceral hatred for Narendra Modi. And I also want to say one more thing. Rahul Gandhi today spoke of choke and stranglehold. He was talking of martial arts. There's something else, Rajdeep ji. In boxing, it's called knockout punch. मोदी सरकार ने राहुल गांधी को नॉकआउट पंच दिया है नरेंद्र मोदी ने 3 बार Rahul Gandhi lost Lok Sabha 2014, 2019, 2024. He's been rejected by the electorate. Now he's trying to defend the Modi government, but the
your
people
2
are
minutes
smarter.
are up. Your 2 minutes are up. Producer, your 2 minutes are up. I gave you 2 minutes uninterrupted time. You're claiming Indo-US deal is a win-win deal, but I'll come to the specifics that you didn't quite answer in a moment. The links that are being drawn to Gautam Adani, who's facing corruption charges in the United States, to the Epstein files in the names of ministers. But Praniti Shinde, Rahul Gandhi was responding to a budget speech. He seems to have decided to use this occasion to somehow or the other gear out the government in raising the Epstein issue, raising Anil Ambani issue, raising Adani issue, raising a variety of issues to suggest the government has surrendered. When you make such an allegation that the government has surrendered, then you are going to have to somewhere give very, very specific facts, that not insinuation, but hard facts. What are the hard facts that tell you that the government of India has surrendered? Give me 3 hard facts.
Well, the government of India has not just surrendered, it has succumbed to the Trump administration. It has surrendered to the Trump administration. It has sold our country to the Trump administration. And there are 3 solid facts that the leader of opposition put out on the floor of the House today, and I'd like to reiterate them. And one, the most important being the loss of sovereignty. When your data is compromised, when your farmers are compromised, when who you're supposed to purchase oil from, and those terms are to be dictated by the government, when all that is compromised, how is this not a lopsided deal? And how is it then that the Prime Minister is not compromised? Or how is this not a sellout? There's data. America will have access to the data for 140 crore people of this country, which grants long-term tax concessions, avoids source code disclosure, allows unrestricted cross-border data flows, eliminates data localization requirements. Plus, we're opening up the agricultural market. Our soybean farmers, our red jawar farmers, our cotton imports, our textile industry, which is thriving, especially in states like Maharashtra, is going to be threatened. And the US is going to tell us that we cannot buy oil from Russia anymore, but we'll have to probably buy it from the US and Venezuela. When these things happen, how is the sovereignty of the country not compromised? How has the Prime Minister not succumbed to the Trump administration? How is he not surrendered to the Trump administration? And if it is not Epstein, if it is not Adani, if it is not Ambani, then what is it? The nation really wants to know, and you need to ask this question: why has Modi government succumbed to American pressure? That's my simple question. If it's not Epstein, if it's not Adani, if it's not Ambani, then what is it?
And
it's clearly a washout. It's clearly a lopsided deal, as is clear in black and white.
Okay, I've heard you. Okay, your 2 minutes are up as well. Let me use that. Nation wants to know, Sanjay Jha. Can you establish a direct links between the alleged concessions or the alleged concessions in the Indo-US trade deal, which, remember, has been a deal in the making for a year. Negotiators have been working at it, and then saying that because of the Epstein files, because an individual's name is in the Epstein files, or because Gautam Adani, who's been facing charges for a considerable time now in the US courts, Narendra Modi has put the white flag to Donald Trump. Donald Trump deals with many countries in the same way that he's dealt with India. He weaponizes tariffs. Where is the connection to say that the Prime Minister has surrendered based on what Rahul Gandhi is insinuating?
Rajdeep, I'll take my 2 minutes and come to the point in bullet points. Number one, I'm convinced that Mr. Modi is the weakest prime minister in our political history. Rahul Gandhi is saying what Mr. Modi should have said, and he said it in Parliament. Talk to us as equals, not as servants. Why is this actually worrying? Because if you look at the trade deal, in terms of 18% tariffs on us, 0% on the Americans, you have a commitment, literally a commitment to buy 500 billion worth of goods. You have India being monitored by the American Commerce Department in terms of any deviation in Russian oil. These are unprecedented. I think national sovereignty is being compromised. Praniti is absolutely right. But let me focus on 2 points that are relevant, and I think I'll debate it when you open it up for further conversation. Let's look at Adani. Rahul Gandhi has a significant point on Adani. I think your viewers need to know this. Ladies and gentlemen, watching Rajdeep's very respected, popular program, the US SEC, or the US government, let's say, sent a legal summons to Mr. Adani for the last 14 months. Mr. Modi's government refused to hand over those summons to Adani. Can you imagine that? Why would a government protect an industrialist being accused by another country of a bribe of 265 million? Any government would investigate its own people. They refuse to do so until they have now been forced to do so. And there is a weird timing, Rajdeep, like it or not, that the deal happens after Mr. Adani agrees to the SEC summons. The second point, why are we ignoring the Epstein file? I want to make a disclosure on your program. Hardeep Puri happens to be a friend of mine. I honestly feel Hardeep Puri is not central to the Epstein file at all. I'm being very transparent with you. The man who's critical to this, and Rahul has mentioned that name in Parliament, who needs to be investigated is Anil Ambani. If you look at the Epstein file, Anil Ambani is working as an agent or ambassador of this government. And this is very worrying because I'm going to quote to you some of the quotes from Epstein file. Modi's guy, it worked. Delhi leadership wants to know. And very interestingly, Modi is on board. And I want to quote this, Epstein mails. The Indian Prime Minister Modi took advice and danced and sang in Israel for the benefit of the US president. They had met a few weeks ago. It worked. You know, very interestingly, Rajdeep, India's Israeli policy dramatically changed around the same time. We abandoned Palestinians. We went pro-Israel. We are aggressively pro-Israel today. And it all adds up into a very disturbing, into a disturbing coincidence. You're not the anchor.
Okay. No, Sanju Verma, you will not intervene, but your 2 minutes. No, your 2 minutes are up. You made, no, 1 minute. No, please put a failure down. You will not use who the hell are you. He's a respected guest, just as you are respected, Sanju Verma. You will not say who the hell are you to any guest. But please complete, Sanjay Jha. Please. You have 30 more seconds, and please, after that, conclude.
Absolutely. So here is my point, okay, that the government of Mr. Modi will have to launch a full-scale investigation. I want to mention to your viewers that the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is facing a threat of resignation because he appointed an ambassador who was involved with the Epstein file. Here, Mr. Modi is being mentioned, and a powerful industrialist is lobbying for his meeting in Washington with Donald Trump's son-in-law and Steve Bannon. It's a serious issue.
Okay, you made your point. You made your point. Whether Anil Ambani was engaging in loose talk or whether he was a self-appointed lobbyist or whether he was working on behalf of the government with the authorization of the government is the question. But these are serious questions, Rajat Sethi. They cannot be brushed under the carpet. Like it or not, Rahul Gandhi raises inconvenient questions to break the veil of silence. There's been a veil of silence in this country on the Epstein files. There's been a veil of silence on why the summons were not served on Gautam Adani for 12 months. Rahul Gandhi is breaking the silence. And it's time, therefore, for the government to respond to specific charges.
Well, any politician has to stand true to its swadharma, which is to oppose anything that the government does. Rahul Gandhi, as a leader of opposition, did exactly that. On the account of whatever you are mentioning, most of it had to be expunged because none of them followed the rules. Now, how do you go out and tell a petulant person like him that there are certain rules of conduct in the parliament? Several rules were quoted, and instead of adhering to those rules by the presiding officer, he started being cheeky with the presiding officer, and the presiding officer gave him back. Now, this is the level of seriousness around which he was setting up the discourse. Now, if you are genuinely serious on Adani, what are the steps that you have taken in order to pick up this issue and take it to its logical conclusion? Hindenburg has been shut. That is the state of affairs. The principal accuser of Adani.
That is not for Rahul Gandhi to do.
You did not intervene anybody, Rajdeep.
No, Rajat Sethi, why should Rahul Gandhi be doing that? The government. Okay, but the government should be doing that. Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely unfair.
Please complete. My apologies. Conclude.
You want to be biased, don't be so openly biased.
You made a point. I have conceded.
This is absolutely unbiased.
I have conceded to you. Go ahead.
No,
I have conceded. Please do not use the word bias, but conceded to you. Please go ahead.
You have broken my chain of thought.
Okay,
so I'm going to take the next 2 minutes full
please go
unimpeded. Again, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, when he is trying to pick points on Adani, he needs to establish it on the facts. He has had almost a year to do so. What has he done? He needs to answer those questions as well. He can point fingers, find the right platform to do that. The streets are there open for him to go out and do dharna over there. The parliament is not. The parliament was there to discuss the presidential address and to discuss the budget. Now, coming to the moot point, it is the Indo-US deal. Several experts have written that the only bare frames of the deal is there. The actual line items of that deal are still being worked about. The minister has already said that it will take several weeks or maybe months to actually come out with the final deal. What I'm shocked and surprised is, and this has been, by the way, written by several experts on leading Indian dailies, that the deal is being worked out. I don't know where is he dreaming of as if the deal has been finalized, and the kind of words that he used in the parliament. Bharat Mata ko bech diya. Maa ko koi bechta hai kya? His tongue didn't even stop at the mention of selling off the mother. That is what is absolutely unfortunate. And let me again tell you, if you have issues, do your politics. By all means, do your politics. Nobody stops you on doing politics. But there is a basic decorum. There is a basic parliamentary language that you ought to maintain. And selling Bharat Mata should not even be put into one sentence the way he did it, as if it doesn't mean anything. Final point on this is, on the Indo-US policy, there are several points that he's raising which are untrue. He's raising about digital taxes and all of that. Your own ticker on India Today is correcting two speakers here on this show that it is untrue. So I don't know where all of you are coming, and you're not even reading what is being written on the India Today's own screen. Being live fact-checked. Individuals are being live fact-checked here. That is the problem.
Okay, I've heard you. Okay. The fact at the moment, Sanju Verma, is I've heard all four of you patiently. I found in what Sanjay Jha said, hard facts that he's provided. Those facts have not yet been challenged. Why was summons not served on Gautam Adani for 14 months? Is that not the job of the government? Why did the government not do it? What was Anil Ambani doing in those Epstein files, claiming that he was working on behalf of the Delhi leadership, trying to fix up appointments? These are hard facts, and these are authenticated to the extent that there is documentation, the DOG report and the SEC summons to Mr. Adani. Why is the government silent on these 2 points? Please give me a direct answer. I won't interrupt you.
Now my direct answer. First and foremost, Sanjay Jha is not the beacon of integrity. A suspended leader is a suspended leader, let's face it. Now the second point is this. Okay. Who serves summons? It is at the behest of the court. The Modi government is not into the business of serving summons. As a seasoned journalist, Rajdeep, this is a basic fact you should be aware of. Point number two, I remember I've been on a zillion debates with you on the Gautam Adani issue. I remember the Darbari ecosystem and Rahul Gandhi saying, SBI ko bech diya Modi ne. LIC ko bech diya Modi ne. Do you know something? Last year, State Bank of India reported a net profit of almost 71,000 crores. The biggest record ever. Last year, LIC reported a net profit of 48,000 crore, the highest ever, with an asset base of 59 lakh crore. So Rahul Gandhi is fancy free and footloose. जो कहते हैं ना हिंदी में 9-2-11
What does it? You are not answering my question. Why did the government not, madam, you're not answering my question. Why did the government not issue the summons to Gautam Adani? No, you're not answering my question. It's not about fairness. You're not answering my question. I will keep asking it. Answer my question. Please answer my question. Direct question to you. Please do.
Rajdeep, please get one thing very clear. When you sit as an anchor and say Sanjay Jha has given hard facts, you are doing disservice to a lot of people who are watching your show. They are erudite, they are aware citizens. How dare you call allegations as hard facts and you don't give Sanju Verma time? You are a journalist. You are not somebody who should be passing integrity certificates to Modi government. Now my answer. Please listen now. Don't break my chain of thought.
I'm not doing that. I'm asking you an answer.
Don't break my chain of thought. Can I finish? I will not always play on Rahul Gandhi's pitch. Rajdeep Sardesai ji, a very seasoned journalist, Vinamrata se now listen. Shame on you, Indira Gandhi. M.O. Mathai in his book, Reminiscences of the Nehru Age has written I ended my 12-year relationship with Indira Gandhi when I saw her behind the curtain with another man. That man was Dhirendra Brahmachari. Shame
What
on
is
Pandit Nehru. Edwina
What is this
and
got to
Nehru's
do?
Indian letters.
Madam,
Indian
I will not
Summer,
allow my show.
a
Sorry.
book
This
called
is,
Indian
I am not going to
Summer,
allow all this.
a book called
You are
Indian
not answering my
Summer.
question. Sorry.
Have you read a
You
book
can
called
say what
Indian
you,
Summer?
what has it got to do with the
Have you
question
read
I
a book
asked?
called Indian
Please,
Summer?
please put her voice down. I will not allow this. Please put her voice down. This is not question answering. Pranati, Sanju Verma, you can protest, but you cannot now bring in Indira Gandhi and Dhirendra Brahmachari into a question that I asked you. I asked you for a direct answer. You did not give it. You've lost your chance. Praniti Shinde, the direct question to you also. Rahul Gandhi makes all these allegations that he makes. He's throwing a lot of mud. There will be those who will say this is hit and run politics. You try and throw mud at people without necessarily being able to prove your charges. He did it in Rafale. He said, Chokidar chor hai. The court rejected it. You tell me, is Rahul Gandhi using the forum of parliament to do this hit and run politics is what his critics allege? You heard what Rajat Sethi said. There's a lack of seriousness when you say Bharat Mata is being sold.
You know, let me just say both my colleagues from the BJP are getting agitated and Sanjay Jha and me are not. And this is very typical when they skirt the issue, when they want to digress from topics, they bring up Indira Gandhi and Nehru. I mean, no debate is complete without the mention of their names, these great leaders. And I would like to say, Mr. Sethi was talking about parliament and, you know, Rahul Gandhi's language. But the same rule applies to the opposition. When you have Nishikant Dubey and Anurag Thakur getting out and, you know, interrupting. Today, the speaker, the honorable chairman, interrupted Rahul Gandhi ji around 10 times. He was interrupted. Even when he was debating on the presidential address, he was not allowed to speak. Today, when we were in the house, when he made the Epstein claims, when he made the Adani Ambani claims, he said, I have documents to authenticate it. He was not allowed to speak. Kiren Rijiju spoke up. He interrupted him. He had documents to authenticate that. So let's not talk about unparliamentary language and parliamentary courtesy, because the opposition, it does not apply to them. You could clearly see the finance minister going on a back foot. The BJP government was left embarrassed.
I have to
Mr.
give
Modi,
equal
first time in 25 years, the Prime Minister did not reply on the presidential debate for the first time in 25 years. He went on a back foot. He was afraid. He did not reply to the presidential debate. That says it all. The government has gone on a back foot.
Okay, I've heard you, ma'am. I have a fixed time that I'm giving all my guests, and I will end with Rajat Sethi because Sanjay, I did give you more time initially. So Rajat Sethi, you tell me, where does this go? Do you believe that it would be in good faith if the government responded to specific charges that are made? I know you say that Rahul Gandhi is doing hit and run politics, but the fact is Anil Ambani's name is there in the Epstein files in a manner that Mr. Ambani and those so-called Delhi leadership presumably should answer. The fact is Gautam Adani was not served summons for 14 months. Should they not answer these questions? Should the government not answer specific questions rather than bring in, as on my show today, Indira Gandhi and M.O. Mathai and Dhirendra Brahmachari?
Well, I'll not go there, but Rajdeep ji, on your point, India's law ministry has informed the SEC that the deficiencies that were there in the document, they have clearly mentioned those deficiencies, and those deficiencies have been quoted by SEC when they approached the court. In fact, it was the law ministry which had suggested that you can bypass the Indian systems and directly issue the summons to Mr. Adani, because there are US taxpayers which are involved. And that is, as a matter of fact, they went to the New York court and they summoned, and then it was the Adani group which actually went out and responded. Now, you can't start breaking the laws and assume that actually it's a banana republic. Anybody can try to demand things without doing the adequate paperwork, and everybody will kowtow the line just because the big daddy US has said something.
Right.
I'm sorry, that doesn't work one way. Therefore, now that point is a technical point, and it requires, like as the saying goes, the devil is in the detail. Mr. Sanjay Jha might want to hoodwink the people and your viewers. It doesn't work. Number two, if tomorrow Sanjay Jha ji goes to the US and says that I'm the representative of Rahul Gandhi, and he meets somebody important, and that important person gets exposed later on, is Rahul Gandhi going to be held accountable for that? Of course not. It is a simple thing. If Anil Ambani
Epstein, 1 minute. Epstein was convicted in 2009. Epstein was convicted in 2009. Anil Ambani's conversations are much later. So Anil Ambani has much to answer for. What was he doing, making these conversations? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I'm saying that Anil Ambani is trying to position himself. I'm close to Modi. Tomorrow, Sanjay Jha might go and say that I'm close to Modi. How is Modi responsible for what Sanjay Jha is saying?
Okay.
That is between them. Prosecute him.
Point
do whatever.
taken. Okay, point taken.
Anil Ambani.
Point taken, Rajat.
Yeah.
Okay, point taken. I've heard all four of you. I've heard you patiently, as I said. The only reason I stopped Sanju Verma is because I don't think it's right to bring on a show which we are doing about contemporary issues what happened with M.O. Mathai, Indira Gandhi and Dhirendra Brahmachari. I want to make that clear to the viewers. I've given equal time. I did not go back to Sanjay Jha for the second time because he had got enough time in the first round. My aim is quite simple. We will continue to ask the inconvenient questions that unfortunately most news shows no longer ask. We are coming to you from Chennai because today was the day of the big India Today election roundtable ahead of elections in Tamil Nadu that are expected in a few weeks from now. We had a galaxy of speakers, but the big headline maker today was the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. Now, Mr. Stalin rarely speaks, but he did give me an interview and an interaction as part of our special roundtable and made the big point at a time when there is growing speculation over whether the DMK and the Congress will ally and fight the elections together, or will the Congress go with actor Vijay's TVK? Stalin made it clear. He is committed to the alliance with the Congress. He has a good relationship with Rahul Gandhi, but there will be no power sharing in the government if the DMK-Congress alliance comes to power. Listen in to M.K. Stalin at the India Today Roundtable Conclave. It's a headline that's making waves here in Chennai. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Despite his busy schedule, the Honorable Chief Minister has taken the time out to join us here at the India Today Roundtable.
You are going into a big election. Are you very confident? Will the DMK-Congress alliance fight this election together or not?
We are fighting as an alliance, and the sharing of power question does not arise now.
How do you describe your relationship with Prime Minister Modi and the centre?
Center is showing a kind of a stepmotherly treatment.
How important, Chief Minister, is ideology for you? Is there a Tamil Nadu Dravidian 2.0 model that you are bringing?
Absolutely, no doubt.
Are you confident, sir?
No doubt, definitely.
Chief Minister, are you worried about your opponents at all? Are you worried about your opponents? Your opposition, AIDMK, who is your main opponent?
We are reaching out people in various possible ways. We have announced several schemes, and people are really happy with us, and we are sure of their support. And we will definitely make a stride and win and succeed and achieve.
Mr. Chief Minister, is this election more difficult than 5 years ago, or for you to fight?
Yeah, we are confident that we would be making more of inroads than 21. In the ensuing election, we will make more support. Our support base has increased.
You are saying you will do better in 2026 than you did in 2021?
No. See, we have extended to the people the benefits and the schemes, and even the unannounced schemes have reached people, and people are satisfied with us. That is what we strongly feel.
I'm going to show you some videos, Mr. Stalin, to understand your journey in a way through film. These are interesting because I think you have been in public life for 50 years now. In various, first election was when? When did you fight your first election?
I contested the election for the first time in 1989.
So that is 37 years, but you have been in politics almost for...
I entered 14 years.
40 years.
14 years.
14 years. So effectively, you are mayor of Chennai. You have been in various posts. So you've had a very long career. So I thought we would show some videos that would explain to us the journey that M.K. Stalin has taken. Many of our national viewers don't recognize the importance of state leaders. So we thought we would take you on the journey. We'll play the first video, Mrs. Stalin, and this is, I'm sure, special for you. Yeah, we'll...
Can we cue the first photo, please?
This is a photograph, sir.
Kalaignar order. Magan Udhayanidhi order.
So this is you with your...
ரெண்டு போட்டோ பத்தி நீங்க என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்கன்னு கேக்குறாங்க சார். உங்க தந்தையிடம் கற்றுக்கொண்டது என்ன, உங்க மகனுக்கு என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க அப்படின்னு.
கலைஞரிடம் கற்றுக்கொண்டது உழைப்பு உழைப்பு உழைப்பு.
கலைஞர் அவர்களுடைய if you have to take our leader Kalaignar, it was his hard work, persistence and continuous work. And the same advice I am giving to my son also, the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
He says that he has learned hard work from his father, which he wants to cultivate to his son.
So for you to be a successful politician, the one lesson you will tell, work hard.
ஒரு நல்ல பொலிட்டிஷியனா இருக்கணும்னா ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் தான், உழைப்பு மட்டும் தான் வேண்டுமான்னு கேக்குறாங்க சார்.
உழைப்பு தான், நிச்சயம் உழைப்பு தான், அதுல ஒன்றும் சந்தேகமே இல்லையா.
Not only hard work, but at the same time consistent inputs in an intellectual fashion and framing welfare schemes in such a fashion that it reaches out all people. So the presence of mind, the social needs, we are extending the benefits.
முன்னுக்கு வர முடியும், அப்படி நான் உழைச்சு தான் வந்திருக்காங்கன்னு நான் நம்புறேன்.
How important, Chief Minister, is ideology for you? The Dravidian ideology, the fact that this is a party with a long history, how important is ideology in your politics?
எவ்வளவு முக்கியம், உங்க அரசியலுக்கு எவ்வளவு முக்கியம்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
பெரியாருடைய கொள்கை.
Yes, we feel we have to take along with us Dravidian ideology. Apart from extending welfare measures, we are also ensuring that Dravidian ideology is accepted.
We have another photograph, Chief Minister, sir.
Photo up, please.
And
Rahul Gandhi.
This is an interesting photo because you and Rahul Gandhi have seemingly built a good equation. How would you describe your relationship with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, sir?
ராகுலை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அரசியலை தாண்டி
We have a cordial relationship and we have a brotherly attachment to each other, and we are interested in the welfare of our people, and we follow our ideologies and we come together.
The reason I'm asking you, there's a lot of speculation in Delhi that will the DMK-Congress alliance fight this election together or not? Will you share power? Will you fight election
Congress
together?
கூட்டணி இணக்கமா இந்த எலெக்ஷன்ல இருக்குமா?
நிச்சயமா இருக்கும்.
We are confident that we will win together. Our association will continue.
Medias are playing a different game, but Congress DMK alliance is strong. நாங்க இல்ல சார்.
You are giving us a big point. You are saying no, that you all will fight election together. Will you share power?
ஆட்சியில் பங்குன்றத பத்தி
அது தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு ஒத்து வராது அப்படிங்கிறது எங்களுக்கு.
I cannot comment on it now. We will form a government on our own, and it is only we are fighting as an alliance.
திட்டமிட்ட சதி செய்றாங்க.
And the sharing of power question does not arise now.
I want to ask you in conclusion, Tamil Nadu, you have always stood up for opposition states. You spoke in your speech also about how you have brought these welfare benefits to Tamil Nadu, but center does not give Tamil Nadu what you want often. You don't get the benefits from the center.
எதிர்க்கட்சி ஆளும் மாநிலங்களுக்கு நீங்க எப்பவுமே வந்து சப்போர்ட்டிவா இருந்திருக்கீங்க. ஆனா சென்டர்ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு வர வேண்டிய நிதிகள் எதுவும் ஒன்றிய அரசுல இருந்து வரல.
Yeah, center is showing a kind of a stepmotherly treatment. We are not getting adequate funds. Even the allocations earmarked have not reached us. But even after our impressing upon the center, they have not reached us yet. Those challenges continue, but at the same time, we are finding viable means to reach out to people.
So how do you describe your relationship with center, sir? How do you describe your relationship with Prime Minister Modi and the center?
See, I have already stated that.
உரிமைக்கு குரல் கொடுப்போம், உறவுக்கு கை கொடுப்போம். அந்த பாலிசி எங்களுக்கு உண்டு.
This is a video of you doing exercise. So how we did not know this side of you, but you are someone who likes to be in the gym.
இந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப நிறைய வீடியோ இருக்கு சார். உங்களுடைய
உடல் பயிற்சியோட சீக்ரெட் என்ன கேக்குறாங்க சார்?
See, I always keep fit, and I believe in keeping myself fit, and I regularly go for exercises. And only when you maintain good health, it will help you to work more effectively, and your dynamism is added if you are taking care of your good health. And I ensure that I go for daily walk, and whenever possible, I go to gym also.
We are in the land of CSK, Chennai Super Kings. I am told you are interested in cricket. Did you play cricket at any stage in your life?
School life la cricket vilaandirukken.
See, during school days, I was interested in cricket. I have even played. And I have been associating myself with the Cricket Association of Tamil Nadu.
CM fund கொடுக்கும்போது அதுக்காக ஒரு cricket match ஒன்னு fix பண்ணாங்க செப்பாக்கல.
Batsman or bowler?
I am a bowler. I believe in taking wickets.
So, by the way, Tamil Nadu has a history of producing very fine off-spin bowlers. S. Venkatraghavan was represented Tamil Nadu. So, we have another off-spin bowler in M.K. Stalin. You don't bowl googlies. At your political opponents, you will bowl googlies, but not on the cricket field. I want to ask you, though, in conclusion, Stalin, sir, as we come here to Chennai, before we started, I said we were all discussing what is the best thing about Chennai? What is the best thing about Chennai and Tamil Nadu that you would tell people from India and across the world? What makes Chennai and Tamil Nadu so special according to you?
எல்லாருக்கும் எல்லாம்.
எல்லோருக்கும் நலம், எல்லோருக்கும் பயன். We would like to ensure that all people get everything they want, and we want to fulfill and all our promises, and we want to extend schemes to all strata of the society. See, there are several districts in Tamil Nadu that are industrially developed, and they are witnessing a growth scenario, and development is taking place in many districts. Southern districts are given importance now.
You know, the fact is, what impresses me is the warmth and the scale that you are building. We are going to do a political interview with the Chief Minister on the campaign. He has promised to do breakfast with us.
Definitely.
And elections on my plate, where we will ask him all the political questions once the campaign starts. But you've told us very clearly that you are confident of winning, that you will do better than 2021, and that the alliance you are saying with the Congress will continue into this election. So we'll wait and see, Mr. Stalin, whether you bowl off spin or googlies during or bouncers like a fast bowler. No bouncers, only off spin. Okay, no bouncers, says the Chief Minister, only off spin. But M.K. Stalin, for kicking off India Today's Roundtable, where we have a lot of discussions coming out and giving us what you believe is the reason why people will vote for you, the welfare schemes that you have done for the people of Tamil Nadu, your Dravidian 2.0 model, as you are calling it. Thank you so much for joining us. Please give a warm round of applause to the Chief Minister.
So I thank heartily for inviting me. Thank you very much.
For joining us, for taking every single question here at the India Today Tamil Nadu Roundtable.